Kuues käik. Kuues käik podcasti toob teieni Maxima. Maximas saad teha enda kiireima katse. Osta äpiga, sest nii võidad hinnas ja ka ajas. Laadi alla Maxima äpp ja naudi mugavaid poeskäike.
Tere kallid rallisõbrad, kell on 2 ja see tähendab, et Kuues käik on otse-eetris täna teist korda ja mitu meil kokku oli 9, see on nüüd 3. ja pärast seda jääb veel 6.
Esimene kolmandik tehtud, nii et tere lõunat minu poolt ka. Rahvast on ilusti serviceparki kogunenud ja äge melu on siin juba igal juhul käimas, nii et kui esimene saade oli siin hommikul varatundidel, siis nüüd igal juhul oleme siin juba keset melu täie hooga sees.
Aga keset melu on ka Ott saabunud ju serviceparki ja me saame otse pildis minna Oti boksi. Okei, üle lindi päris ei saa. Auto alla piiluda ka ei saa, aga me näeme, et auto on kohal. Ma ei tea, kas see stopper pole veel käima läinud või on see stopper juba seisma läinud, sest autoga ei tehta midagi.
Ma ei oska praegu kommenteerida täpselt olukorda.
Küll aga tahaks näha, palju seal rahvast ümber on, et kui kaameramees meid kuuleb, saab äkki taganeda paar sammu. Et ja nii.
See on mega lahe.
Aga
Otist võtame siis samal ajal, kui natuke näeme veel seal rahvast ja Oti autot, et kuidas siis päev on läinud. Tegelikult ju hommik hakkas võib-olla natuke üllatuslikult sellise tagasihoidliku hooga. Põhjus siis, mida siis, mis oli ikkagi selline ebamugavustunne kiiretel katsetel, kiiretel rallidel, aga ega Ott tegelikult selles mõttes selgelt ikkagi mainis seda, et tundub, et tuleb hakata ise asju ümber tegema, et seda autot selliseks ei saa, nagu ta tahab ja ega ei ole ka lihtne ümber õppida oma nii-öelda sõidustiili.
Ta ütles massive struggle ehk tohutu struggle. No ma ei tea, oska eesti keelt, struggle, probleemid. Ütles, et see oli juba ka enne rallit nii, olen liiga vana, et uusi trikke õppida. Ehk siis sõidustiili ei muuda.
Selles mõttes nagu aus kommentaar, et kui ta on üritanud aastaid mingeid muudatusi teha, ta näeb, et see ei muutu, siis võib-olla ilmselt siis ongi võib-olla jõudnud arusaamani, et selle autoga ei ole võimalik seda sõidustiili võib-olla kasutada, mida ta soovib. Et me oleme ju Rovampere juttu see aasta kuulnud, kus ta ütleb, et ta peab oma sõidustiili muutma oluliselt rehvide pärast. Et eks see on selline asi, et iga muutusega tuleb kuidagi kohaneda ja päris keeruline võib see mingitel hetkedel olla, aga sellegi poolest ega hoog ei ole halb, see lihtsalt ja ajad ei ole halvad. See on lihtsalt see enesetunne, mida sa otsid seda ideaalset enesetunnet autos, lihtsalt seda võib-olla ei saavuta.
Mis need ajad on? Sul on ees, mul on üle kuumenend.
Esimene katse siis 7,6 sekundit üllatus võitjale Oliver Solbergile. Nii et, aga kusjuures ega Oliver pani lihtsalt ülikõva katseaja, et kui me võtame teise koha katsel saanud Kalle Rovampera, siis see kaotus oli 2,3 sekundit. Et ütleme, Oliver lajatas ikka kohe hommikul kõvasti kõigile.
See on vennale esimene WRC katsevõit ja tüüp nutis seal roolis.
No, ta on nii äge karakter. Ta on nii äge karakter ja ta ütles, et ta on aus ja ta näitab oma siirast emotsiooni alati välja. Et ta väga meeldib mulle, et näha on, et kui sul ikka tuleb pisar silma, siis sa oled sellest nii sees, et see ongi sinu jaoks kogu elu. Ja kui sa saavutad mingisuguse etapi kuskil, see on kõik, mis ta lihtsalt soovib ja tahab ja selle nimel ta näeb nii rängalt vaeva, et seda oli mega tore näha. Aga tuli järgmine katse, kiiruskatse number 3, Mustvee. Oluliselt lühem, 11 kilomeetrit. Oti poolt katsevõit Solbergi ees 0,2, nii et tegelikult
me vahepeal näeme, et mitte Nüvilli. Oti autoga hakati nüüd tööle ja jätame selle siia taustaks ja räägi Roland siin edasi.
Ja selles mõttes, et kommentaar oli põhimõtteliselt sama, et midagi otseselt tema enda poolt kommentaarid ei muutunud, et keeruline, raske, aga samas katsevõit. Et see, mis me just rääkisime, et see, et autoseade ei ole paigas ja ei tunne ennast enesekindlana autos, ei tähenda, et ajad halvad peaksid olema. Aga SS4 Peipsiääre teine ring siis 3,2 sekundit Oliver Solbergile kaotust ja SS5 siis lõppes katsevõiduga 0,9 Solbergi ees, mis siis tänase esimese ringi lõpuks tähendab seda, et 8,5 sekundiga on Solberg Ott Tänaku ees rallit juhtimas. Kalle Roompere poodiumi viimane aste kaotust Solbergile 10,7, Otile 2,2. Roompere tagane Vill 1,3 sekundit. Ütleme, see päris tihe on see esiots, et 4 meest 12 sekundi sees. Võiks arvata küll, et kiire ralli, 12 sekundit juba ikkagi on midagi, aga me peame ikkagi meelde tuletama, et need olid need ralli siis, ütleme, ajalooliselt kõige vähem sõidetud katsed, kõige ebamugavamad katsed sõitjatele, väga muutliku pinnasega, nii et seda sai eile ka mainitud, et kui kuskil suuremad vahed sisse hakkavad tulema, siis need on just need tänased katsed ja homsest oleme tagasi, tähendab juba täna pärast lõunalt, oleme tagasi selliste traditsiooniliste Lõuna-Eesti katsete peal.
Terrine Velli ütleb, et väga rasked olud. Kirjelda mulle lihtsaid olusid, palun.
Lihtne olu võiks olla ideaalse ilmaga Kanaaride ralli näiteks.
Asfalt.
Puhas asfalt või Hispaanias kuskil.
Aga ikkagi nurgast tuleb natuke muda peale ja juba on jälle kõige raskemad olud
miks ma just ütlesin Hispaania või Kanaarid, et seal ei tule ilmselt seda muda väga. Et ma ei suuda kujutada ühtegi muud rallit ette, kus oleks väga head olud. Siit rallilt, mis teeb keeruliseks? Kindlasti see puhastusefekt ikkagi kuigi palju oli, aga ma arvan, et see ei olnud isegi võib-olla nii palju määrav kui see, et just see pinnas ja gripi vahe tegelikult oli vahepeal sellist põllu vahel sõit, sisuliselt on ju sõitmis, kus metsa ei ole, katse oluliselt kuivem ja siis mingid lõigud olid nagu täiesti kitsas metsavahe, kus pole päikest nähtud ammu-ammu. Et see teeb selle olukorra keeruliseks just nendel tänastel esimese poole päeva kiiruskatsetel.
Millest on kahju ka, et olud on keerulised ka teleülekande tootja jaoks. Päris palju oleme näinud ikkagi, et tuleb nendest autokaameratest ära kolida. Me viimasel katsel nägime, et meil ei tulnud kommentaare sealt ülekandebussist läbi, et ülevaade ei ole täiuslik, ütleme nii. Aga ma soovitan kõrvale kuulata ikkagi ralliraadiot ja saate natukene ruumilisust juurde.
Aga eks seda oli natuke ette arvata, et selle Peipsiääre ja Mustvee katsega see ka juhtub.
Aga Kambjaga läheb paremaks arvad?
Ma arvan, et siin kandis on olukord ikkagi oluliselt parem.
Räägime WRC2 ka, meil seal puha sinimustvalgete meri ju.
No sa tegid eile minust nagu nalja, et 4 võidu võiks võtta ju.
Ma päris 4 ei öelnud.
Ei öelda? 3 ütlesid või? Ühesõnaga sa midagi ütlesid, mis tundus natuke nagu naljakas, aga tundub, et peab sind uskuma hakkama, sest tõepoolest pärast 5. kiiruskatset WRC2-s Robert Virves liider, Georg Linnamees 33,3 sekundiga. Kusjuures Virves tegi mingisuguse spinni ka kuskil veel viimasel ja katsevõit läks Robert Jürgensonile. Ma ei tea, kas see on esimene WRC2 katsevõit tal äkki isegi.
Et peab järgi uurima, jah?
Jah, ma ei hakka praegu otsima, sest meil kallis aeg, muidu see läheb raisku, aga Egon Kaur siis hetkel poodiumi viimast astet hoidmas pärast 5. kiiruskatset ja kaotust 36,2 sekundit Virvesele ja Linnamäega selline mõnus kemplemine käib 2,9 nende meeste vahe.
Mega.
Jaa, absoluutselt.
Ega eestlased on kodus alati kiired. Me nägime seda ka ju eelmise aasta ralli pealt, kus meil ainult ralli 2 autod olidki seal kõige kiiremad autodeks.
No täpselt, et seda Virvese ja Linnamäe võitlust ju me nägime eelmine aasta ja see oli väga lahe. Aga mida veel siit välja tuua?
Kuidas meil Nõgesel ja Pärsil on läinud?
Nõgene tegi kuskil äkki... Nõgene on 9, kaotust minut 20. Ma ei ole nüüd kindel, kas seal on mingi probleem ka tagalt, sest ta mingitel katsetel... et mingil hetkel oli ta ikkagi tempos kiirem. Ma kiiresti viskan pilgu peale, kuidas Pärs... on rajal ja sõidab, aga kuna konkurente seal ei ole, siis me ei oska teda kuidagi millegagi võrrelda.
Kas ta sõidab kõige viimasena või?
Ei oska öelda, ei ole startlisti vaadanud. Nii palju veel Pajarist räägiks. Suur pettumus.
Üldse ei saa hakkama?
Täielik pettumus, et kui ta eelmine aasta tegi debüüdi ikkagi ju Soome rallil, rall 1 autoga, ja kõik tundus justkui hea. No, tundus, et siit hakkab tulema. Siis see hooaeg on olnud ikkagi pigem selline suur pettumus ja võis arvata, et kui me tuleme Eestisse, siit lähme Soome, et aga see Eesti võiks olla juba koht, kus tegelikult me näeme seda Bajari potentsiaali. Aga hetkel tundub, et Bajarist tahavad isegi Fordi poisid mööda minema hakata, et see ja need kommentaarid on ka sellised väga omamoodi huvitavad olnud, et küll ta ütles, et mootorjõud on kuskil kadunud, aga splitid nagu seda juttu ei kinnitaks, et tegelikult on mingites kohtades sellised lagedad lõigud, ütleme siis katse lihtsam osa sõita, on täiesti sekundis kiirematega. Ja kui tuleb see mingi metsavahe koht, kus on, ütleme, kus on sõitma vaja hakata, siis sekund kilomeetrile kaotust. Ja ta ise suurt midagi kommenteerida ei ole kahjuks osanud.
Mitmenel kohal on meil Martin Sesks?
Martins tegi ka ühe spinni, kaotas seal 5-6 sekundit, aga püsib 10. positsioonil ja tiimikaaslane Josh McKerlan on 1,8 sekundit tema ees ja Bajari siis 6,6.
Ma usun, Martins tahaks olla kõrgemal.
No,
ja need
juhul.
Läti fännid, keda siin on ka, mitte vähe tahaksid ka.
Ma arvan, et ta isegi võib-olla natuke üllatunud, et see tempo on nii madal tegelikult.
Või et teiste tempo on kiirem.
Või teiste tempo on kiirem, jah, et ma ei osanud ka mina arvata, et Josh McKerlan võib olla esimese päeva pooles Martin sees, et jah, ma ei arvanud, et ta nüüd läheb sinna kuhugi esiotsa sõitma või ma ei tea, top 5 võib-olla kindlalt püüdma. Aga ma uskusin kindlasti, et ta on selgelt kõige kiirem Ford. Aga no, ralli on pikk ees, lubas ikkagi tempot tõstma hakata, et ta natuke harjub. Ja jätkuvalt need katsed olid, mida ka tema poolt varem mitte kunagi sõitnud. Nüüd me tuleme katsete peale, kus ka tema on käinud.
Nüüd me läheme sinna Leigo poole.
Just.
Katse, mida me tavaliselt sõidame ju pühapäeva viimase katsena.
Täpselt.
Aga nüüd siis lõpetab peaaegu, et lõpetab reedese programmi, sest Elvasse tuleb ka veel minna.
Jaa, Leigo katse on ka jälle väga lahe katse, nii et
see lõpp on tehtud kiireks ja tehniliseks, sealt on leitud ikka sellised teed, et auto laius.
No ütleme nii, et ikkagi Rally Estonia korraldajad teevad sõitjate elu ikkagi parajalt keeruliseks iga aasta, et ei ole seda põhimõtteliselt, et no, meil on nagu meetri pealt sama katse, on ju. Et ikkagi kuigi palju muudatusi sisse tehakse ja tegelikult see on lahe, ongi just see pärast, et me näeme seda päris
Rally Estonialt.
Päris võidusõitu, kus sa ei saa videopildi pealt endale katset pähe õppida. Sa ei saa õppida pähe, mis kiirusega neid kurve saab läbida, mis käiguga, vaid siis on mingid lõigud, kus sa oled võib-olla esimest korda.
Ma väga ootan Leigolt neid helikopteri kaadreid, sest me vahepeal oleme jälle pildis Hyundai boksis, ma ütlen. Et ma tean, et ka seal on tõstetud ümber neid VIP-tsoone niimoodi, et need, mis varem olid VIPid, on nüüd tavapubliku omad, et seal võib olla ka korralik laulupidu.
No absoluutselt. Ma arvan, et üks ilusamaid kohti võib olla.
Absoluutselt.
Kus rallit vaadata.
Kas Leigol ujumas saab käia või?
Võt, ma ei tea.
Triatlon, Leigo triatlon.
Aga igal juhul, kui võib, siis ma arvan, et seal ujutakse. Aga ma arvan, et äkki vist kuidagi ei või.
Aga mulle meeldis Selgise karjäär ka. Ja mulle meeldis, et meie üleskutsele reageeris 2 inimest. Üks saatis Selgiselt pildi ja teine saatis, ma jään vastu võlgu, mis peate vaatama, mis ala see oli, aga järgmiselt katselt. Või oli siis Peipsi ääre katse lõpust igatahes. Et saatke meil ikkagi Kuues käik @delfi.ee küsimusi ja pilte ka. Pildid paneme, laseme blogisse ja vaatame, äkki leiame ka Facebookis mingit rakendust meie saatega seoses. Jaa,
aga peagi paneme ette meile ühe intervjuu, on ju.
Nii, tagasihoidliku sissejuhatuse tehti.
Ei, ma tahan nüüd, lase inimesel nüüd rääkida, on ju. Enne kui me paneme video, ma tahtsin veel, kus me räägime ka põgusalt Delfin Evansist. Tahtsin mainida seda, et hetkel ju pärast 5. kiiruskatset me ei ole teda praegu maininud. 6. positsioonil kaotus 21,9 sekundit. Aga miks on see oluline praegu mainida on see, et homne stardipositsioon hakkab väga olulist rolli mängima Evansi kogu ralli potentsiaalse tulemuse osas. Kui see positsioon jääb sinna, kus ta on praegu, siis homne stardipositsioon on selgelt kehvem kui nendel, kes seda hooaja ütleme tiitli ohustajad on, ehk siis Ott Tänak. Ja kui me hakkame siin hüpoteetiliselt mõtlema, mis meil see punktivahe oli, siis ütleme nii, et Evansil tegelikult natukene juba, ma arvan, mõte jookseb kuhugi poole, et tegelikult tuleb sõitma hakata.
Mul on kuklas see, et mida võidakse teha Oliveriga. Kas talle lastakse võita? Ma arvan, et lastakse.
Igal juhul.
Sest ta võtab ju Otilt punkte ära.
Otilt võtab punkte ära, aga samas ka Kalle on nii kaugel. Ja see olukord ei muuda olulist rolli, kui on tänases seisus, kui me praegu võtame, oleks Solberg, Tänak, Rovanper, et see kuidagi ei mängi nagu välja, et seal mingisugune point vahetada oleks. Aga ma räägin seda, et ikkagi homsest tegelikult algab ralli, sellepärast, et homme võib see pilt täitsa teine olla. Täna ikkagi Oliver megasõitu teeb, aga ta stardipositsioon on ka väga hea. Võrreldes siis Otiga, et homme see pilt võib olla täiesti teine.
Aga teeme nüüd selle sissejuhatuse.
Anna minna.
Et kutsuge teleri ette kõik, kes veel seal ei ole või ekraanid ette ja kutsuge ka oma välismaalastest sõbrad, eelkõige need, kes jagavad inglise keelt. Sest meil käisid külas DirtFishi legendaarsed ralli ajakirjanikud David Evans ja Colin Clark. Ja kuna nad pidid minema kell 2 algavasse meediatsooni rääkima sõitjatega, siis me tegime salve. Ja rääkisime Rally Estoniast, rääkisime MM-sarja hetkeseisust, rääkisime DirtFishist loomulikult ja nende uuest premium contentist, et miks nad on kolinud maksumüüri taha osa oma sisust ja mis sealt siis pakkuda võib ja tundub, et pakutakse päris hästi.
Ja, andke andeks siis, et intervjuu on inglise keeles arusaadavatel põhjustel ja jooksvat tõlget siis vahele oli mega keeruline oleks olnud teha, sest juttu on palju, nii et laske siis lähedastel, tuttavatel, sõpradel tõlkida, kes jutust aru ei saa.
Ja laseme neil natuke eesti keeles ka rääkida.
No, laseme.
Aga vaatame selle ära ja siis ongi tänase saatega purgis, aga varuga aega, see on ka selline 16 minutit pikk.
Ja, nii et meie omalt poolt saame praegu öelda ju...
Et näeme 20-30.
Ja, meie näeme teiega 20-30, teie jääge vaatama intervjuud.
Just nii. So, and we switch to English now because we have honorable guests Colin Clark and David Evans. Not second year in a row, but you were here 1 year before, I guess.
We were, and we were looking forward to your invitation again this year. Thank you very much for having us.
How is it going so far? Have you enjoyed your work days here?
Look, Estonia is just one of those places that you look forward to visiting every year. It's a proper rally country, isn't it? You know, and you guys put on the most magnificent rally. The fans are great, the roads are great. The atmosphere is always amongst the best, David.
100%. We've just come to you directly from the quarry area at the start of stage 4. Oh, my goodness me. Yeah. Thousands of people there and just everybody having an absolute ball. It was a joy. We were walking around, the fans and the spectators, taking it all in, filming some stuff for Club Dirtfish. It's been absolutely brilliant. We love Estonia. We love Estonian people, the food, the rally, everything. It's great. Great country.
How much of surprise was Oliver Solberg stage times for you?
Do you know what? We were driving to that first stage this morning and we were talking about what we thought might happen. And to be fair to David, he did say, I can see Solberg winning this one. I'm not sure that you thought he was going to win it by as much as he did. But it's not just that first stage performance. More than that, it's then the second stage, the third stage. He's not got carried away. He's kept it all together. But there's no question, David, he's right up there. He is, we know, capable of great things.
We knew he was when he was first in the Hyundai, way back in 22. From our side, we feel that the team didn't quite manage him as well as they may have done. And it was a very difficult time for Hyundai that first time around. But yeah, everybody's saying, oh, he's ready. You know, he's finally ready. He was ready back then, but he's really ready now. And the last 2.5 years, they could have made him, or they could have broken him. And it's made him, and he's absolutely ready to go back now to a Rally 2 car for Finland. Is going to be a huge step back for him. I think he now should just stay in a Rally 1 car. It's hard to say that after just 3 stages, but it's the way, like Cole said, it's the way that he's driven those 3 stages. So calm. We saw him at the end of the SS3, out the car, and Colin and I, as you can imagine, were way more excited than he was.
Yeah.
He was just like, yeah, I'm just driving.
He was calmer. And do you know what the frightening thing is? And I would be a little bit worried if I was like Tanak, Terry Neville, Kalirov and Pera, any of these younger drivers that are coming through. As Solberg said it himself, he's only going to get better. It's his first 3 or 4 stages in that car. There's so much more to learn about that car. I think in terms of where he's at with his driving, yeah, it's right there. Yes, he'll get better with experience, but more than that, the development opportunity is with the car. As he gets to know that car better, he will get quicker, and that's frightening. That's really frightening as to how quick he could possibly be.
It is, like we said, it's the ease with which he's done it. He came into this event on the back of victory in Greece and Portugal and everywhere, and leading the WRC2 championship, and just looking in a different place, in a place where he's cool, he's calm, everything's good. He's got his fiance. Everything is kind of coming just into the right window for him, and he, as I said, he just looks calm. And the test went really well last week. We spoke to him after the test, and it was all, yeah, fine. I'm not trying to do too much. I'm not trying to reinvent the wheel with the car. I'm just taking the team setup, using it, and yeah, as Cole said, he's at quite a base setup with that car now. As he can tailor that car perhaps through this event, he's only going to get quicker. But he doesn't, for me, he doesn't need to. If he now does nothing else, just finishes top 6 in every other stage, he's shown what he can do.
But let's take the whole list of WRC drivers right now. Of course, Oliver is like the superstar today, but who has impressed you the most or surprised you the most in the either bad or good way, like this year?
I personally, I would have to say that in a not wishing to start on a negative.
Bad is like bad words.
Yeah, no, but Martin Sesks, I think, could have done more with his opportunity. But again, Sesks arrived into the championship with a real bang and just some sensational speed last year in Poland and Latvia. But we kind of knew that he could drive fast cars or fast gravel rallies. What we needed to see was the speed and the progression through the slower gravel. And maybe, he's struggled a little bit with the car at times. He's still got it. He's still a very, very fast driver. But I think that we need to see that here now. From my side, on the upside, Elfyn Evans has done brilliantly. He's got the right surname. That's very important. Yeah. Very important, very important.
Absolutely.
Are you related?
No.
He'd like to.
Somebody very rudely said, was I his dad? Good Lord. No, absolutely not. But, Elfyn made great strides really early in the championship this year. And I think after 3 or 4 rounds, he was so many points ahead, 40-odd points ahead or something. And I remember talking to Sébastien Ogier about this, and Ogier said, yeah, for now, wait, because we'd got Portugal, Sardinia and Greece, really the really rough gravel rallies where he was going to pay the price for leading the championship. And in my mind, I kind of thought, right, if Elfyn can come out of that at the end of those 3 gravel rallies, in the lead of the championship, go to Estonia still ahead. Psychologically, that's a huge thing. In the same way that Thierry Neuville came through the fast gravel last year, still in the lead of the championship. Elvin's done that, and he's done it. And he, again, for me, he turned a big page a couple of years ago. He's turned another page here this year, and he's shown a real, not maturity of approach, because he's very mature anyway, but a real clinical approach, just to drive what's in front of him, not try and take too much, just bring the car home. 6th place, 5th place, whatever, it's fine. Bring the points home, try and contain the gap, the point loss. Yeah,
no, Evans for me has been the one that's not surprised but impressed the most. And it started at the end of last year. Yeah. Once we got into the first 2 or 3 rallies of this year, that run of 5 or 6 events, which was 3 wins and 3 podiums. The only other drivers who have achieved that level of consistent success are Loeb and Ogier over the past 2 decades. He never looked like he could do that. Elfyn. It was always up and down. We always knew he had the pace, but it was that consistency, and I'm enormously impressed. And as David said, he's put himself in a very, very, very strong position. In terms of what I've liked this year, I've loved the re-emergence of Tanak. Tanak, once again, looks like a proper title contender. And it's not just his driving, because Tanak's driving skills, his speed, his commitment, his bravery have never left him. But it's been a bit more than that. We all know he's had a lot to deal with over the last few years. And I think some ways maybe the focus wasn't quite there. Maybe the attitude wasn't quite right. It is now. It is now. And he looks like a dangerous driver again. He's come into this event very much talking down his chances. Don't be surprised if he wins it. Really don't be surprised if he wins it. He looks good out there this morning, even although he's not happy.
No, hang on a sec. Don't let him away. He hasn't given us the bad bit. Come on.
The bad bit, yeah. I'm with you on Cesc. I've been disappointed. And he's a young man, and he's learning. But he was thrust into the limelight. He came from nowhere. No one was talking at all about Cesc, never mind in the ERC. Yeah. And then all of a sudden he explodes onto the scene in Poland, and then his home event was sensational. And it's very difficult. The point there is that you have to be able to manage your expectations. You have to be able to manage things from that point. I think he's struggled quite a lot. The other disappointment for me, little bit, Adrian Formo's dip in form, but he's coming back. And I think he will win a rally before the end of the year. I think he's got every chance of winning a rally before the end of the year. But, he had a great rally in Monte Carlo. He was right there, talking very much on level terms with these two world champion teammates, which I thought was incredible. I thought he would very much be the third driver in the team. That has not been the case. But he's struggled a little bit for consistency, made a few little mistakes, bit of bad luck as well. But he's very much on the way back up again. So, I've enjoyed in equal measures. He's impressed me, and I've been a bit disappointed at the same time with him.
What do you think? What game Seb Ogier is playing?
He's playing his own game. And for me, there isn't really a game. He's enjoying driving. He's enjoying driving these cars. He's doing what he wants to do. And he's set his stall out very early when he moved into this retirement stage. If he enjoys the rally, if he's having a good time, if he's got time, if the family is kind of allowing him time, in a way that he wants to spend time. That's where his priority is right now with his son and his wife and everything, his lovely family. If it fits, he'll come and do the event. And that's, there's no agenda, I don't think, at all with Sebastian Ogier. I think he just drives where he enjoys. And it's difficult. Sorry, Cole. It's difficult to say because it's not, he hasn't come to Estonia. It's not that he doesn't love the country and love the people. It's perhaps not an event that absolutely gives him the maximum pleasure. And that's what it's about for him now. He didn't go to Sweden because it's not an event that he's loving. And, when you are spending so much time away from home, it's got to be on your terms when you're in the position that he's in. Yeah,
and he's very much a team player these days. Yeah. If Toyota need him, he will turn up. And we saw that at the end of last year. Yeah. Toyota were in trouble, and they asked him to do extra events. It didn't work for them. It was a strange run of form towards the end of last year for Sebastian Ogier. But, as David said, there are many factors that play into whether or not Ogier turns up. The championship, I genuinely believe, is not one of them. He's not looking at it. If he was, he would be here.
It sort of did work because they won the championship in Japan. But, in terms of driving. But that's the point. I think Cole's hit the nail on the head there, that he's a team player. And to have a driver like Sebastian Ogier, 8-time world champion, sat on the bench and just say, would you mind? Yeah, it's great.
But do you see, from this perspective, that we have Oliver Solberg? Is he keeping the seat for younger drivers?
What we must never forget is the stakes that are involved in this. The investment from Toyota, the investment from Hyundai is absolutely enormous. Yeah. So you got a situation like you had with Toyota last year where they came away from Finland and there was a bit of a crisis. It did look as if they were going to struggle to catch Hyundai. What do? You say to Oliver Solberg, you're the man to get us points. No, you don't. Yeah. You go to Sebastian Ogier, and he stepped up and he said, yep, I'll do all I can. They've got every right to put whoever they want in their cars. And young drivers have to earn their seats, and there's no question that Solberg has earned his position in that car this weekend. But I don't have any issues with Ogier. Ogier is a fantastic asset to this championship. If he wants to turn up every now and again, we should embrace him and welcome him.
Absolutely,
And the youngsters have to find another way. He's not seat
You're
blocking.
definitely talking to the wrong people as well, because we are the more experienced members of Dirtfish, and there's a few journalists at Dirtfish, younger ones, that are desperate to get into where we are. So we're very keen to just work on the experience to stay where we
let's
are.
talk
See, I like that analogy. That's good.
But,
talk
but,
about
but I agree that if you're Sebastian, then you always have a seat. It doesn't. It can be Sebastian Loeb. You have the seat.
Yeah.
If you want to come drive, you should have the seat.
Yeah, 100%.
We must talk about Dirtfish. It's one of the most readed website in Estonia for sure, for rally fans.
Thank you.
And we also, here in Delfi, we also read and quote you a lot. A lot of your content has moved behind the paywall. You have some premium content now. Talk about the change, the switch, why?
The reason is we one thing we've noticed since we started in 2020, in the last 5.5 years, we felt that there's a club formed. Everybody, it's like a community in Dirtfish, and we've absolutely sensed that people want more and more. They want to become more part of the community. So the idea is we're on Patreon, Club Dirtfish on Patreon. We have a silver tier, which is it's more about analysis. It's more about digging into exactly what's happened. So this morning, first, as soon as we saw Oliver's time, Colin and I sent some audio to all of our silver and gold tier members. They had 10-15 minutes of analysis straight away. This kind of thing we didn't really have the facility to do as much of before. And then, so that's silver is the analysis, deeper analysis. Gold is the involvement, the interaction. We're asking people to get involved. This is Colin writes some driver ratings. You may have seen them. They're not always popular. No, they're always popular. Sorry,
They are always popular. If you said they're not always right, I'd have slapped you. Because it's very subjective.
Absolutely. And one thing that we found is lots of people had an opinion on Colin's driver ratings, and what people wanted is the ability to say, you're wrong, Colin. You know, Oitanek deserves a 10 or a 5. So that, if you're a gold tier member now, you can get involved in this debate. You can record a message to Colin. Colin will, the week after the event, he'll react to all of those. He'll take all of those points and he'll answer them one by one.
It is just about building the community, and it's the paywall is just the opportunity to do that. We would have loved to have done it 4 or 5 years ago, but just the logistics, the finances and the budgets dictate that you can't do everything you want to do for the rally fans. Club Dirtfish allows us to do more.
Yeah,
and I think that at the very basic level, that's what it is. We're not going anywhere. You'll still get your free content. But if you want more, and you know what it's like, rally fans in Estonia are amongst the most passionate and involved, and they all want more. So, we're trying our very best to deliver more for them.
And we are, we're very appreciative. We started on Monday, and we've already had a huge number of people are signing up. It's great, and we're really grateful. Thank you, everybody that has signed up. We are aware of the financial side. Of course we are. But, what we're offering is, we believe, premium content. You do get to get involved. You get to shape the agenda of where our debate's going. I pay a lot on various other Patreon platforms, and I find it incredible, that I can go and talk. I'm a huge fan of mountain biking, downhill mountain biking, to go to these places and talk to these kind of heroes of mine. Yeah, it's amazing. So yeah, we know, we're asking you to put your hands in your pockets. It's not easy for anybody at the moment, but we firmly believe the content is worth it. And yeah, we're going to deliver for you. And if we're not delivering, then tell us. That's what we're all about.
Do you still have some... I don't know, wild dreams, what you want to do in Dirtfish? Maybe you can't do financially right now, but do you have something?
Look, everyone dreams, don't they? Everyone wants to. As we engage with more people, as we build the audience, and from a standing start in 5 years, we've got over 2 million followers across the platforms. You just, it is quite intoxicating. The bigger it gets, the bigger you want to make it, and the more you want to do. But one of the most important things we do at Dirtfish, particularly in America, is we help to develop the championship and young drivers. And I think there are rally communities around the world that need a bit of exposure. They need a bit of help, and there are stories to tell. We kind of get really fixated on the WRC and the characters and the stories, but the Latvian the Estonian Championship, the Australian Championship, the American Championship. There are some fabulous characters, fabulous cars, fabulous rallies and stories to tell. And I'd love to do more of that going forward. Yeah. And again, that is something that perhaps, Club Dirtfish will enable us to do in the future. So, there's always, even for people of our age, David, there's always still ambition.
Absolutely. And America, it's a huge part of what, we're rooted in Seattle in the Pacific Northwest, the world's best rally school. And we are very firmly part of the American rally community. And that's naturally, as you can imagine, with talk of Rally USA, the World Championship potentially going to America for next year, potentially the year after. It's huge, and the sport is growing and growing. In the last 5 years, we've promoted the American Championship. We're now working as a media partner in the championship. We've seen it grow, and it's fantastic.
I have one big ambition, though, David.
I'm sure you do. You've got more than one, Cole.
No, I do. I have one, and and I would retire happily to my little coffee shop by the sea.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a rally with you. Me and David. You could drive, I could co-drive.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
I imagine you haven't done it yet.
No, the havoc that we would wreak.
If you see the chaos in our road car, you wouldn't like to see the chaos.
I think we should do it. We should do it.
Be great fun.
How do you think we'd get to the first stage before falling out? No.
Would I find the way to the first stage? That's a bigger question.
As you can see, you're hugely popular in Estonia. People are taking pictures of you and us. So, my last question. What can you say in Estonian language?
No, it's funny.
Aita.
We can say aita. What else can we say?
Oit Tanak.
Oit Tanak.
Marco Martin.
No, is it only oita that we... Aita.
Yeah, we did learn this
morning.
How
do you
say hello?
Tere.
Exactly that.
Tere.
Yeah, we kind of learned that. That was a difficult one for me. We try our best.
No, we did porridge this morning. Puda
for breakfast. Yeah, it was really nice.
So we're almost fluent.
And you tried the numbers. 1, 2, 3.
Yes.
I tried that.
Only with Finnish accent.
Little Finnish accent. But I have to tell you that I am from the home of porridge. Scotland is where porridge was invented, where the best porridge in the world was made. Second best porridge in the world, a little coffee shop in the centre of Tallinn. Oh my goodness, it was great.
Which one?
Was it Rost?
No, in Tallinn. No, in Tallinn. Sorry, in Tartu. The one this morning.
Yes.
Can't remember.
But none of that. Actually, the place that we always gravitate to is Otepää and Cafe Elsa.
Oh, Cafe Elsa in Otepää.
Just fantastic. Yeah.
And the little chef there, a young lad who is
a
pastry chef, and he makes all his own cakes, all his own pastries. Incredibly talented young lad, looks after us very well.
And great to meet your Prime Minister yesterday. I mean, imagine that, the Prime Minister of your country coming and co-driving in the wrong car.
Can you imagine Boris Johnson coming?
He's not our Prime Minister anymore.
He was once.
I miss your kitchen podcast.
Well, funny
then
you say
join
that.
us.
I
Gold level.
should join.
Yeah, no, the kitchen table was something that came about, and I can't remember why it came about, but I really enjoyed.
Because you had a lot to say.
A lot to say, and no one was listening. I'll do it myself. And I really big audience from Estonia for the kitchen table. I always really enjoyed it. Whenever I talked anything about Oit Tanak, the numbers would go through the roof. But it's just something I enjoy, just the chance to talk to me. It's like radio. I come from a radio background. Radio is all about talking. When the radio went, I thought, oh goodness, where am I going to talk? Kitchen table.
Thank you very much for coming, and I wish you a pleasant stay in Estonia.
Yeah,
thank you for having
us.
Thank you.
Kuues käik. Kuues käik podcasti toob teieni Maxima. Maximas saad teha enda kiireima katse. Osta äpiga, sest nii võidad hinnas ja ka ajas. Laadi alla Maxima äpp ja naudi mugavaid poeskäike.